The Minnesota Timberwolves, who beat the Los Angeles Lakers in five.
Good
Uh,
job, Gil.
so brother Gail, you have the floor. Talk about your prophetic awareness of how this series was going to turn out.
Living there for 5 years,
Hmm.
I learned a lot about the culture, about oh hey now, yeah, don't you know, the
Yeah.
Uber energy up there. Hello to all my pals up in Minnesota. Uh, I was wrong about a couple things though. Let's start there. Let's start with humility. I've talked slanderously about the Rudy Gobert trade, and guess who shows up game 5 with 27, 24, and 2 blocks?
Great game.
You're right. The Frenchman, Mr. COVID-19 himself, Mr. the OG pandemic G. Let's not talk about pandemic P. He started that. Showed out. Granted, he had some stinkers in there too. He was airballing some layups, catching his own the game before. But TL was quiet when Rudy Gobert came out looking like Prime Shaq. Granted, they played no center. JJ's first playoffs, he seemed a little salty about, like, would you call me inexperienced, buddy? Who you call on inexperienced? I hear you call me inexperienced, and no one said the word inexperienced. I was like, okay, JJ, you're down 3-1. It's felt. I was wrong about Julius Randle. Called it a trash for trash trade. I've never seen him play defense like that in my life. I'm not going to lie. But offensively, this was the Julius Randle of the New Orleans Pelicans, I believe, that the New York Knicks thought that they were trading for.
Yeah.
New York got him. Don't do that. New York got him before Brunson got there.
Not like that, though.
Yeah, he wasn't all before Brunson got there.
Oh, well, yeah, before Brunson. Yeah, you're right.
But, like, sheer volume, like,
right.
I don't think that we were thinking that we were going to see this with, like, limited touches, quote unquote. But
very efficient. Very efficient.
Let's talk about the things I was right about. The targeting of Luka, I thought was going to be much harder. Oh my God. Turned them like a turnstile. They turned them like a DJ table. They were, you have them. Hey, Julius, you want a shot? Hey, Jaden, you want a shot? And you want to take a step back 3? Mike, do you want to go get one? They sent Rudy Gobert on him, which I think was a good idea by the Timberwolves. Have Luka ISO, because that's what makes Luka is him getting everyone. But if it's just him and then a little bit of LeBron, that's kind of a win-win, because if you don't have DFS getting hot. Austin Reeves looked undrafted in this series. Like, everything that needed to happen happened. And I was also wrong. I said I could see it going 6 or 7, but I never really put my conviction behind me saying that I think Minnesota can get it. But I did think that they were a formidable opponent, and it was not going to be a cakewalk, and they could easily have won this series, which this was honestly surprising. And I think them going against Golden State, I think they could easily get that and another Western Conference Finals push. Do they have the mettle to beat OKC? I think it's possible, because they saw Western Conference Finals last year, and it's really like which young team can get that experience. So hats off to them. I didn't think that it would be so simple, but then you have Ant doing his victory lap, walking around, that stadium, Crypto Arena, telling them they can go to hell. That man is something else.
That's crazy.
He is something else.
I completely agree. As far as everything you said about the Wolves, seeing Julius Randle play efficient, and consistent basketball is a good sight for him. I think when the trade first happened, I said if he can adjust to this role and accept it, I think he could excel in it. And I think that's what we're seeing. I don't know if it's playing alongside Ant. I don't know if he's just found his rhythm in this role with the touches that he has. But again, it's the efficiency. For me, I think averaged about 22 and a half this series. I think shot about somewhere between 45 and 50, if I'm not mistaken, from the field, just under 40 from 3. So if he can keep that up, it makes Minnesota that much better. And if Jaden McDaniels is going to give you 32 games out of the series, that's a huge help. We thought we saw the ascension of Anthony Edwards last year, and I think we very much did. But I think this year we really have the potential to see not even so much like him as a player in his game, like that's going to continue to elevate. But what I'm saying is, like, the narrative, the story, the legend, if you will, of Anthony Edwards is inevitable almost. And that's not to say that he is not flawed or that he'll have this perfect career by whatever means you want to measure that by. But when you look at the run last year, you take out KD, you take out Jokic, and then you just essentially kind of run out of gas against the Mavs, who kind of found their stride at the right time, right? But you
Yep.
know, this year you come back, you take out Bron and Luka, right? You're more than likely going to be playing
That
Steph and Draymond, and if you take them out and
and
somehow
Shea,
get into a Western Conference Final, and you take out who is likely to be the MVP, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest runs to the finals first and foremost, if they do get there. And then if they do win, now we're really having the conversation that a lot of people started last year. And we know that Ant said he didn't want to be the face of the league, but something Austin Rivers said was, even if he doesn't want to be, his game is saying otherwise. And whether he wants to or not, if he keeps doing this, he will be. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really hard not to root for Ant. It's really hard not to, like, he has everything. Like everything on the court,
charisma.
everything on the court, you love. Everything off the court. Like, yeah, he got some things where we like, hey, bro, you need to chill, right? But but nonetheless, but also my thing about Ant's ascension is his authenticity. I think that's also why so many people root for him, because he is always and will forever be him. And everything you get on the court comes with who he is. And he's not this terrible, like, ill-hearted person either. So he's
He's
young.
kind too.
Huh?
He's kind. Like
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm saying.
wristband
Like,
that Ron tried to break because he was trying to take the juju away.
yeah, he's
Him,
not a mean
him
person.
telling Barry O, him telling Barack, like, I'm nice. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like that it is just the gumption. It's just like,
Yeah.
I think we knew from those interviews, like, oh, who's Alex Rodriguez? Oh, baseball, I'd be cold. Oh,
Right.
I'd be, you know, like he just talks his game no matter what. He was at the Olympics, like, I'm gonna score a point in ping pong. You're telling me I'm not gonna score one? Like, he's just a competitor. I think that's what's fun about him, is that, like, no matter what, like, that's what made MJ MJ. He was so competitive. That's what made Kobe. He was competitive. Like Bron, he's competitive. Like, they're all trying to win whatever it is that they're doing, even if it's a flag football game, even if it's, you know, quarters against the wall, you know? So it's like, even if it's practicing against your teammates, like, throw Jimmy in there. He was a psychopath going to talk to Rachel Nichols after a scrim in practice. Like, you got to be a different type of sicko to really, like, be one of the greats. And it's like, he's got like what JJ Redick said, he's a sicko.
Yeah.
He was walking around the stadium saying they can go to hell. Like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Like, he's untouchable.
Yeah, no, he has it all, man. So very exciting to see him in still this, like, young era of his career, because there's still so much more that we have a chance to see from him. So very, very exciting.
He has maybe the coldest marketing too for shoes. Like, when Ice-T and them come up to the crime scene, like, that's phenomenal. Like, they couldn't think of, like, I think the Luka one is close, like the one that Jordan Brand did about him on trial. You know, the trial of Luka. I think that was like a nice little promo. But like them go, like, after every, like, highlight dunk, the commercial comes on. They're like, again, another one. Like, that's genius. I love it.